Hi there, Sagittarius. I hope that you're well. Today we're going to be taking a look at your no contact situation. We're going to be starting off with these oracle cards. So here we have focus number 35 breaks down to an 8, and here we also have the Sagittarius symbol. Here we have mosaic, let chance play its creative role in your life. Number 18 breaks down to a 9. Here we have calling the storm, number 30. And here we have Filippo Marinetti. I'm actually Italian, so I don't really know why I pronounced it like that. Forward march, looking backward, ensures a broken neck. Your art should wage war. The only constant will be contradiction. So, I'm seeing right now that it could be that you thought that this person was like your ideal person. You know, I have this sensation that you thought that this person embodied literally every single quality that a person has to have in order for you to call them your soulmate. What I'm seeing here is that I think that that's not quite the case, you know? You're like, oh, well, with the person that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life with, they have to be like this, and like that. And this person embodies all of that. But now you just kind of found out that even though this person does embody all of those qualities, that's not truly what you wanted. You know, it's not truly aligned with your soul's desire. So what it is that you thought that you wanted was actually your ego. And then, you know, you got a taste of it and it's like, okay, this is not really for me. I'm seeing here strongly that for the time being, you have to focus on what's right in front of you. You have to focus on your life at this moment. You have to focus on the tasks at hand. So what it is that you're supposed to be doing right now. You're supposed to be studying for an exam. Are you supposed to be eating more healthy? Are you supposed to be preparing something, start a new business? Are you supposed to be looking for a job? You know, what is the next task that you have in your life? And you have to focus on that. Because here we also have looking backward ensures a broken neck. So this is telling you, stop looking at the past and allow for life to surprise you. Because even though this is what you thought you wanted, it's just not it. You know, it's either not it for the time being or it's just not it at all. So this is why these cards here are telling you, be surprised. Allow the universe to surprise you. You know, it's not going to be negative surprises, you know, all the time, because sometimes, like, I think that we are all wired like that, you know, that if it's a surprise, then it's negative or something, you know, and that we just cannot be convinced. We just cannot convince ourselves that maybe this surprise can be something that we enjoy beyond belief, you know, because sometimes there are things that happen to us that make us so happy, and we could have never really imagined anything greater than that, but it happens, you know. So I am sensing that there's a lot of chaos in your life at this moment, and I think that this chaos is more because everything that you thought that you knew, everything that you thought that you wanted, is just basically being burned to the ground, you know, like wiping the slate clean is what I'm getting more than anything, you know. Now, let's see here with these cards what we get. Let's see here with the tarot what we get. Okay, so here we have the Nine of Cups. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Here we have the Hierophant. Here we have Death. And here we have Judgment. So yeah, exactly. Focus on your next thing in hand. I feel like this reading is far more about you than it is about them and about the relationship, you know, as a whole. I feel like this is more about you, and this is telling you, take the lessons, take what you have learned from this and just run with it, you know? You're going to be realizing soon enough why this didn't work out. You already know why it didn't, but there are a few details at this time that are missing. There is some information right now that you don't know about, and that is going to be coming to surface sooner than you think. It's going to be coming into surface the more you spend some time alone. Here we have the High Priestess. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Your intuition already knows the biggest reasons as to why this didn't work out, and as to why this perhaps was never going to be long term, even though it was very good on paper. Like on paper it was great, but it's like there were a few things missing, you know? I feel like you're someone that is very dynamic. I feel like you're someone that when you really want to get things done, you get them done. And you also go above and beyond and everything. I sense that this person would have never been able to be the right source of support that you needed. I really do see here like some kind of a free spirit, you know? Also because you're a Sagittarius, so that's a little bit stereotyped for a Sagittarius to be a free spirit. But you need someone that is kind of like you, you know? Anything, you know, different than that is not really going to help you, you know? I feel like maybe people tend to be insecure when they're with you. Not because, it's not your fault, obviously, but I feel like they tend to be insecure. Because you have so many ideas, you have so many things, you have so many projects, you think outside of the box. Even your sense of humor is very unique, you know? So it's something that people, they just bump into it at first and it's like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. But then in the long run, they can't sustain it. You know, they just cannot keep up the pace. So I feel like they just get very insecure, and then they start lacking in whatever it is that they're supposed to be bringing at the table. They just start, you know, messing around. They cannot keep up the pace with you. Absolutely. They just cannot keep up the pace. So I feel like for now, it is your time to fly solo until you eventually bump into the person that is able to keep up the pace with you, that is actually very understanding when it comes to you, and that knows what you're talking about when you talk, you know? I feel like also you have a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts. You know, I feel like your brain just goes a billion. I'm sorry, I ran out of storage just very suddenly. So, yes, you need someone that has the same intellectual depth that you have. I feel like with this person, sure. Was there a lot of potential? Yes, here we have the Ten of Pentacles. This person still sees this potential. This person, they feel connected to you. I believe that there was a lot of emotional fulfillment in this relationship. They still feel it. They miss it. They would like it back. But they just cannot keep up with you. That's the thing. I feel like you need a lot of a lot of intellectual stimulation. You need to be stimulated. You need to think. You need to analyze. You need to birth new theories. You need to birth new things, you know, like your brain needs to be in constant action all the time. Also because you have so much information about so many things, and I feel like you're always trying to connect the dots, and it's very stimulating for you. You know, that's how you live life. It's very stimulating. It's very interesting. You keep it interesting with yourself. And this person was never going to be able to keep up. They actually felt very insecure with you. It could be as well that you're very cultured about so many things, you know, everything about everything. And this person is just like, huh? Like, they don't really, like, you're way above them when it comes to, you know, with knowledge. You know, you just know so much. You're basically a walking encyclopedia, and this person feels less than. But that's not your problem if they feel less than, you know? Did you guys bond on other things? Sure. But was this going to make it in the long run? I kind of doubt it. I really kind of doubt it. And I feel like with all of the information that you know, you also know how to treat people in a very unique way. Meanwhile, this person doesn't really stand out when it comes to you. You know, they don't really stand out. They're not really capable of keeping you stimulated and entertained and interested. I feel like it's also very hard for you to find someone genuinely interesting, because you're so genuinely interesting yourself that it's just, you know, it's just, sometimes you get bored. I feel like you quickly get bored with other people, and I feel like you just have to embrace this part of yourself. It could be as well that you have dimmed your light to be with this person. You know, maybe you have talked less, you have shared less, you have done everything less. You have, you know, locked a part of you in a cage just to make sure that this person didn't feel uncomfortable, didn't feel insecure, that they actually felt, you know, safe or whatever, you know, that didn't feel stupid or whatever it is. But you're just going to have to embrace this part of yourself. You're going to have to. Because ultimately you're going to bump into someone that knows exactly how to handle you. And it's going, that relationship is going to be fire between two intellectuals that know so much, that just talk so much about everything, and that can keep each other stimulated. That is just something else. This person still wants you, I believe. They do want to be with you, and I feel like in time they will reach out to you again. But, yo, it is what it is. Sometimes we bump into people, and these people, yeah, they're great, whatever. But in the long run, it's just not it. We just need something else. All right, Sagittarius, this is all that I have for you today. If it made sense, please let me know. And we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye.